Hey guys, sorry it's been a while since I made a video. I took a little break from YouTube. But anyways, so this video I wanted to make because I've had a few women come to me and ask me how to do extended breastfeeding. So my baby over here, she is going to be 20 months in a few days, and she's still breastfed. I actually plan to breastfeed her at least until 2. That's what the World Health Organization recommends for optimal development, is breastfeeding until 2 years and a minimum of 6 months. So I just wanted to share my tips in terms of what I think has allowed me to do extended breastfeeding. So my first tip would be to let the baby nurse as much as possible off of the boobie. Not pumping, not from a bottle, but the actual boobie itself. I have done the majority of my breastfeeding, 99% of it has come directly from my boob, her being on it. So I really think that that sends a different hormonal response to the body to continue producing milk. I feel like if you pump too much, you're not getting the same stimulus that you would if the baby was actually on the boobie itself. So that's my number one tip, is let baby nurse directly from the boobie as much as possible. 2, you want to make sure that as a mom you are eating enough food and drinking enough water. So what fuels your breast milk production is going to be hormone related, but it's also going to be based on what you put in your body. Most women don't eat enough food, and I feel like that is probably the number one reason why women run into issues if they are doing the first tip down the line. I've seen many sources recommend a minimum calorie intake for a woman while breastfeeding to be 2,500 calories. I know I eat well beyond that. In fact, if I dip below 3,000 calories a day, I don't feel good. My milk production doesn't get affected, but I physically feel horrible. I feel so tired, like I can't function. So that's just how my body prioritizes baby, so I get the short end of the stick when it comes to not eating enough. So I make sure I eat enough every day. I eat a lot of fruits and starches, mainly carbohydrate-based foods. That's going to be the majority of what's in the breast milk itself anyways. I believe breast milk is only about 6% protein, and the fat content isn't as high as people think that it is. I don't know the exact figure, but the majority of the milk is going to be water and carbohydrates. And then the nutrients that the baby needs, the hormones the baby needs, and then the proteins and the fats that the baby needs. But just like as adult humans, we don't require a whole lot of fat and protein in our diet. Little babies that are growing, their requirements are higher than ours, but they're not like, breast milk's not super fatty like people think that it is. If you actually pump out your milk and you take a look at it and you let it refrigerate, you'll see the fat layer will come to the top, and then you'll see the rest of it is like the sugar and the water in the milk. So the fat layers maybe like 10% of the milk or less. So it's really not that high in fat as as a lot of people think that it is. Anyways, short little nutrition rant there. And then you want to make sure that you're drinking enough water. Like I said, breast milk is really high in water content, so you have to make sure that you're hydrated so that your body is able to produce some hydrating milk for your baby. I recommend a minimum of 3 liters a day as a breastfeeding woman for water intake. In terms of diet, what I eat and what has helped to keep my breast milk production really high has been fruits. Any kind of fruits. Sweet fruits are my favorite. Starches, potatoes, rice, pasta. I make my own homemade like wheat flatbreads. I don't shy away from wheat. I just make sure that my ingredients are really clean and the foods that I eat. And then I also supplement with organic sugar. I like organic cane sugar and organic coconut sugar. A lot of people fear sugar, but for me, because I'm breastfeeding and I'm really active, I need like a supplement, an energy supplement in my diet in order to support the breastfeeding, support my energy, my activity level, and so that I have energy to do things that I don't feel like I'm drained all the time, because that's been the one thing that I've noticed throughout this whole time I've been breastfeeding, is that when my carbohydrate, my glycogen stores start to get low from doing so much in breastfeeding, I really struggle energy-wise. So supplementing with sugar has really helped me. It hasn't made me gain weight or anything. I just feel really good. Actually, I feel like my body functions better when I have sugar in my diet. I actually don't feel like myself when I don't have it in my diet, because it's just such a quick form of energy and allows me to get everything done that I need to do in my day. So that is it. Those are my 2 tips. Or actually, I guess you could say 3 tips. So for being successful with extended breastfeeding is, 1, the number 1 tip is let baby feed off of the boobie as much as possible. And 2, eat a high carbohydrate, low fat, plant-based vegan diet. That's what I follow. Of sufficient calories, minimum of 2,500 calories a day, and if you're any bit active, I suggest 3,000 plus calories a day. Of your favorite, high carb plant foods, fruits, starches, supplement with sugar if you need to. So the fruits and the starches, and I eat a lot of vegetables, those are where I'm getting all my nutrients from. So sticking to mostly whole plant foods for the bulk of my meals, I'm able to also get in the amount of nutrients that I need. So I have a super nutrient dense, carbohydrate dense, low fat, low protein, plant-based vegan diet, supplementing with sugar to support my energy levels, so that I have enough for me and baby has enough for her. And then lastly, just to stay hydrated, minimum of 3 liters of water a day, so that you can stay hydrated and continue to make enough milk. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I do plan on doing some more videos about baby nutrition, child nutrition in the future, so stay tuned, and also some updates about myself, but everything's pretty much the same. I'm just getting fitter and have more energy and just really enjoying this high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan lifestyle. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.